doing? Yeah, thanks for hanging with us. Today we'll do the Chevette. This is my 84 Chevette. Like I mentioned before in an earlier video, so there's my plates I had on the one I had in high school. The one I had in high school is an 83, this is an 84. Baby vet is what I called her. I told everybody I'd grow up to be a Corvette one of these days. I've been through a handful of Corvettes and back to a Chevette. But most people think, why? Well, I guess that's where the story comes in. I guess explain it to you. Some understand, some may not. But here, show you this here. It's something old too. Only some of those older people might understand. Had to do it. But yeah, this one, 9-hour trip to go get this thing. Sold my 76 Corvette, buckskin, reasonably low mileage car, and drove 9 hours to go get this thing. Like I said, about 48,000 miles. She literally is rust free. I had it up on the lift. That's the first thing I did when I got her home, put her on the lift, and I was like, holy Moses, I don't think I've ever seen one this good. Hell, even back when they were new, but yeah, anybody that knows these knows the brand new strut tires up by the firewall, floor, all that. Pretty prone to rusting. This one has had a repaint. It is the original color, but it's been repainted. That silver from back in the 80s just wasn't the best paint. Well, really, probably none of the paint from the 80s was really great, but the story I got is it just faded really bad. So they just had it reshot, original color. Not bad, whoever did is not bad. Not 100% professional, obviously. There's a few little boo-boo spots, but that's her. So there, I even tried to keep it old school. I couldn't find light covers. That was cool when I was a kid in the 80s. Had to make them out of plexiglass. Of course, I had to black out the windows when I did a 5% tint on the windows. Obviously, had to put my old Pioneer Super Tuner in it. But yeah, I guess with this one, let me get that back down a little better, make it easier for y'all to see it. The one I had in high school was an 83 Chevette scooter. This is an 84, if I understand it right. 83 was the last year that they called them the scooter. They used to have just a decal badge that said Chevette scooter. 84, they just went with the chrome Chevette badge. And your scooter was basically your stripped down as cheap as you can get. No glove box, no cigarette lighter, some of them no radio. Just 4-speed, your typical cheap plastic door panels, cardboard panels in the back. Yeah, bone, just as stripped as you can get them. But all right, well, the story on this old girl, I'm hoping maybe put it in perspective for some folks, I guess. We all get older. And who doesn't want their high school car back? I don't care what it is. Chevette, Yugo, Pinto, I mean, Camaro, Firebird, anything like that. But mostly because of the history, the memories. I just gotten my license. Actually had my license for about a year. Had my buddy Chad on the phone. Said, hey, come pick me up. We gotta go hit some car lots. I need a car. Anybody knows me knows I'm a grandma's boy. Grandparents are coming up from Florida. And I had her talked in to help me buy a car. While I'm on the phone with Chad, I thought, hell yeah, we're gonna go to town. 16, 17, Firebird, Camaro, Mustang. That's just how it was with guys. And some girls, but anyway. While I'm on the phone, I tell them, hold on, somebody's honking. I look outside and there's my parents rolling up in this thing. Or the 83. My first thought was, oh Lord. Mom traded her station wagon in for this damn little Chevette. I get out there and she's like, "This is your car." I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, I was madder than a wet hornet. But I drove the snot out of that thing. I even had that little 83 Chevette in places guys wouldn't take big four-wheel drive trucks. So I'd run her hard and put her up wet. Many times. But in the 80s, these were everywhere. There was one on every block. And a lot of us did, 80s things. Light covers, sunroof. Of course, got to put a stereo in it. And you black out the windows. And yeah, I drove the crap out of it. And actually, this is the 83. It was a car I had when my wife and I first started dating. Ended up teaching her to drive stick in it, and the stuff we put that poor car through. But she just kept on going. And really, the only thing I remember ever going, even as hard as I ran her, did have to do head gasket. Which anybody had one of these Chevettes, so that's pretty common. Yeah, back in the day, we didn't have money for air shocks and all that, but we'd put these. I got a couple sets of these. You put some slots or some Mons wheels, get some taller tires. Didn't have money for air shocks. We just cut chunks of 2x4 and beat them into the coil springs in the back to jack them up. But we also learned too to always make sure you got a spare piece of 2x4 and a hammer. Go hitting some tracks real hard or something. 2x4 fall out. She gets a little goofy, but yeah, like I said, the light covers, the tent, radio, things like that. I'm doing to try to get it like it was when I was in high school. Some of the 80s stuff I'm going to leave in the 80s. Sunroof, not going to do a sunroof. Mine, I did like my bumperettes. What all did I do on that? Some trim around the headlight bezels. I did them hot pink, and then did a pinstripe, some pink flames down the side of it. Did little neon green splatters. Yeah, that stuff was cool in the 80s, but that I'm going to leave in the 80s. I did put those slots on it. And I've never really much of a slots guy. It all depends on the car. But I ended up just taking the original wheels, which were silver to match the car. Did them in a graphite. And luckily a buddy found me some nice beauty rings off a Cavalier, which another car that was all over the place back in the day. But yeah, for the scooter, you didn't get anything like that. It was just, but yeah, there's oh Lord, the stories that can come up out of these, especially this one, a lot of memories. But as if you guys watch some of our other videos, we've been doing some of my cars, my Le Mans, my 50 Dodge, the T-Bucket and all that. And I made it very clear, a lot of people, I would sell every one of those, my shop and everything, before I ever get rid of this one. Some people may understand why, but it's, how do you say it? Quite emotional. The memories, the fun, it's just brings back them high school days. But yeah, Billy had a red one. He had it all pimped out. It was pretty wicked cool. Had the louvers, and which, man, I'd love to find a set of louvers, but oh my goodness. Buddy Marcus had one, Brad, just about. These things were everywhere. They were super fun. But yeah, that's my little Chevette. That's my girl. She ain't going nowhere. But I do still need a little exhaust work. Exhaust started leaking the other day. What else? I just did the transmission mount. Oh, and the front air dam. It's terrible shape. It's warped. And whatever they shot the paint with, it's not really sticking. It's peeling, and she's cracked. But I do have another one. Luckily found this at junkyard. Had some curb rash. Had a little crack. So I'm experimenting with a little things to help snug this thing back up. But the issue here looks really good. Usually they seem like they're always warped here. But yeah, that's definitely on the project agenda. I got the paint masked up already. She definitely needs that. And for some reason, when they painted this, like I said, anybody's familiar with these knows that these rubber bumper cap pieces, if you look at this one, there's like a nub they just pop on. Well, apparently the little nub thing broke off. Why they did this, I have no darn clue. They packed it full of God knows what, and then actually put mud around that. That was just the goofiest thing. It is what it is. I mean, it's there. No sense complaining about it. I got to fix it. I do have another piece. This piece here. I've got obviously then other bumper cover or bumper end caps. But you know how it is. Well, I don't know. We got a guy that's really good at matching paint, but just be sure I'm gonna pull this one. No, over there, I'm gonna paint those two together. So, you know, if this doesn't match this, at least you know, they match down here at the bottom. But yeah, that's the baby vet. Yeah, I'll pause this real quick. I'll get that hood open for y'all and show you how she is under the hood. All right, she needs cleanup under here. I haven't really done no cleaning to it. But like I was saying earlier, anybody really into these, hold on, let me get this camera figured out here. Obviously, no, I mean, they rot out through here. A lot of others I've looked at, especially right there where that's all seamed together. Usually rot there. These tires, I mean, she really needs cleaned, but just amazed at the, when I popped the hood, that was the first thing I looked at, but yeah, good detailing. Maybe a little touch-up paint here and there, you know, tacky, that kind of looks, but just keep in mind, it's just a Chevette. You know, we're not going to SEMA or anything like that with it, so. But she definitely, I mean, they show their age regardless, but these always, you know, getting some of these are getting to be kind of impossible. If I understand it right, some of the Chevette pages, there's some out there, I believe, from like Brazil or something that are pretty close, but yeah, they're hard to see with the needle in the way, but that is the original mileage. Got the typical 80s cheap plastic door panels that there's really not much I can do about that. But let's keep my hopes up someday I can find them. Like I said, the cardboard panels I removed. Maybe you can see them. I ended up just doing actually sheet metal I had left over for some other projects and some speaker box carpet. So I did my panels, replaced the cardboard with that. Let's see, we flip this up. Right now I'm working on, well, not right now, but last project I was trying to do my headliner. I got it tucked, but I need to roll it, heat it up, get them wrinkles off the sides, but so he's had them cardboard based headliner and you just can't find them. Now I guess if I do go with an older one, they were a bow type, but I never had no luck with them myself, but I figured what the heck, I had this extra material I was gonna do my tea bucket with. So I ended up just trying to use that, but I actually found my heat gun, so I'm gonna heat that up and retuck all that, try to get them wrinkles out. Yeah, don't mind the back, she's dirty. We're playing around, figuring out what to do with these speakers and all that nonsense, but man, oh wow, she's dirty back here. Yeah, just went ahead and did the cardboard, did away with it. And, the board's down here a little noisy, but she's a fun one. Of course, you know, I'm an 80s guy, so gotta have them there Guns N' Roses seat covers. Dash, I got super lucky on that. Found one at Junkyard. You see one of our other videos was an extra one I had. This one's got no cracks. Had an extra one, had one up here. But yeah, on the project list too, obviously, is to pull that carpet. either dye it, or I believe some of the Chevette guys on Facebook have gotten carpet, so I'll have to dig around so I can get some of that carpet. Like I said before too, on most of my cars, I don't care about dings and scuffs because I drive crap out of them, other than this one. This one I try not to drive a whole lot. If nothing else, because I don't want to break nothing. Not easy to find some of the stuff for these. They're, it's just weird how times change. Obviously back in the day, you'd go to any parts store and they had enough parts on the shelf to pretty much build a whole Chevette. But these are old cars and they don't stock parts for old cars, so this is what it is. I did have a little trouble starting it the other day, so I did locate a fuel pump. I went ahead and grabbed one, but it must have been a hiccup kind of thing because she hasn't done it yet, but still nice to keep them around. Yeah, there she is. Old 84 Chevette. Don't regret buying it at all, that's for sure. Don't regret traveling to go get it. Don't regret how much I gave for it. It's now the way the market is. If I'd have bought this thing today, I stole it. For what they seem to be going for now. But I'm sure most of you older guys close to my age can remember buying these for 50 bucks and driving the damn thing for 2 or 3 years, but yep, times have changed. I will say one thing though, when I drive this car, I gotta make sure I'm not in a hurry. I've owned some pretty cool cars over my life, but I don't care where you go. Gas station, grocery store, anywhere. You better not be in a hurry. Because you are gonna have a crowd of people around you. It's weird. I mean, it's a Chevette, come on now. You think 68 Charger or something, yeah, you always get a thumbs up and something like that, but this thing, you literally get a crowd around you. Everybody has a Chevette story. Whether they had one, their grandma had one, their uncle had one, or, yeah, it's mind-boggling. Especially if you grew up in an area where these were everywhere, which explains why everybody has a Chevette story. Yeah, I couldn't. I did, a few years before I found one, I did find one similar to it, to my 83, but it was an automatic. I personally don't like the automatics. And these are slugs already the way they are, but I never did like the automatics. But yeah, this was probably about one of the only cars that baby a lot. But yeah, there she is. Like I said, every car has her stories. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. We'll put that on our project. I'm gonna do that front balance. Actually, might try to mess with that a little bit today. Other than that one little crack, I think I got most of the curb rash taken care of enough to satisfy me. But yeah, there she is. Thank you all for watching, hanging out with us. Like I said, you all help. Though you got a Chevette story, throw it out there in the comments. And if you can, like and subscribe our channel. We hope we bring a lot more to y'all. Yeah, we'll probably get T-Bucket out, but like I said, thanks for hanging with us. It's been a blast. Thank you.